Southwest Stages Incorporated is a nonprofit media organization which strives to advance and promote the art of live music and to celebrate cultures and unite communities across the Southwest through the recording and broadcast of community musical events. Learn how you can support Southwest Stages online at southweststages.org.
From the heart of the Southwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico, this is Southwest Stages. I'm your host, John Strader.
Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine.
On this edition of Southwest Stages, we'll travel back to the historic Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona, for music from Arizona's favorite party band, Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers. The Rialto Theater was built back in 1920, and in those early days, it hosted plays, vaudeville acts, and movies. Years later, the theater was bought out, and in 1948, the name was changed to the Paramount, a name it kept for many decades. The theater was closed down in the 60s, and over the next few decades it opened and closed several times and then fell into disrepair. Then in the mid-80s it was condemned by the city and slated for destruction. But then in 1995, after years of repairs, it was opened back up under its original name, the Rialto Theater. And soon it brought live performances back to its stage in downtown Tucson. Currently, the Rialto Theater is run by a local nonprofit, and it features a wide variety of live music that ranges from rock to reggae, blues to bluegrass, and everything else in between. Since its last renovation in 2004, the Rialto Theater has become one of the stops that many groups look forward to playing as they tour throughout the Southwest. In February of 2007, Southwest Stages traveled to Tucson, Arizona's Rialto Theater to record Arizona's own homegrown rockers, Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers. Roger Clyne is a native of Tempe, Arizona, and has been rocking the Southwest since the early 1990s. He's a hard-driving, hard-touring, and hard-partying musician who brings his unique brand of Southwest rock to folks north and south of the border. He's an independent artist whose music ranges from college spring break party music in Mexico to more deep and thoughtful songs about the hard times we're living in. So stay tuned this hour as we bring you music and interviews with this legendary Arizona-based band of rock and rollers. It's an evening with Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, Volume 1, right here on this edition of Southwest Stages.
Hard and put up wet. Ain't time, but I can't get up yet. It's a long ride back to the way I wanna feel. Sun down across the plain. I've been sore before, I'll be sore again. No place to hide to keep from running. I laid down in a cottonwood hollow. I left no trail, no mind to follow. As I safe rest my head again till morning. Cracked throat and my canteen's dry and rain don't fall from an empty sky. So I whisper Hail Marys till the sun comes up. And now don't tell me that part of the story when the cowboy falls in love, when he traded in his pistol and his saddle. I'm the stars above. Candles burning best that we can hope for is to be laughing when we finally hit the ground. Rode hard and come down tired, stripped from the saddle when the rifle fired, deep in dreams of women and clean water. Well, I did before what I do again, so forgive me, Father, if I have sinned, but the old wood cracks before it bends. And now don't tell me that part of the story when the cowboy falls in love, when he traded in his pistol and saddle, and the stars above, when the candles burning down, when midnight comes around. You know the best that we can hope for is to be laughing when we finally hit the ground. Now don't tell me that part of the story when the cowboy falls in love, when he traded in his pistol and saddle, and the stars above, but when the candles burning down, when midnight comes around. We know the best that we can hope for is to be laughing when we finally hit. Yeah, the candles burning down. Now midnight comes around. We know the best that we can hope for is to be laughing when we finally hit the ground. Yeah, thank you. I'd like to call our friend, our comrade, our co-conspirator, Mr. Andy Hersey, to the stage, if I may. It seems like he had kind of a short set. Hersey in the house. Who's that guy? Tragically, I hear they're not selling tequila in the Rialto Theater tonight. So, just to management, that's an unpopular idea. You should get that. Look at what that right there. I'm gonna go for that crystal vase. All right. The literal and metaphoric subject matter of the next song is Mexican moonshine. Peace be with y'all. Mexican moonshine. Mexican moonshine. I fell under the spell when I stumbled over the line. Mexican moonshine. Mexican. May your heart go under the glow of the moonshine. moonshine. Let the world call them crow's feet. Baby, we'll call them lamp lights. Let me hear your little heart beating, baby. Back on all those deadlines. I got a healing homebrew remedy, a lowbrow therapy power. It's a real sublime man-made it. It's a moonshine, Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine. I fell under the spell and I stumbled over the line. Hey, Continental, pull back and hit me with that magic arrow. I need a more than dinero in any language every day. We'll get a fine flow flowing, a good love going, and let's soak in the silvery light, spilling out tonight from the moonshine. Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine. I fell under the spell and I stumbled over the line. Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine. May your heart flow under the glow of the moonshine. Hey, gringos, it could be worse. But you did not get there first. But on the south side of the dunes, we found graffiti on the rocks, a lunar lander on blocks, and a Mexican flag on the moon. Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine. I fell under the spell when I stumbled over the line. Mexican moonshine, Mexican moonshine. Yeah, may your heart and your cup overflow under the glow of the moonshine. May your heart, your cup overflow under the glow of the moonshine. Tucson's own Andy Hersey, true Arizona treasure. Gracias, amigo.
All right, this is John Strader, and I've got a special guest on the phone. It's Roger Clyne of the Peacemakers. How you doing, Roger?
Excelente, John. How are you?
So we're doing real good, and I've got you. You're in Tempe, Arizona right now.
I am. That's my hometown. I'm enjoying the weather. The day after, let's see, what is this? November 1st.
November 1st.
We're still in flip-flops here. It's pretty warm.
Now, let's just start off a little bit about a history. Obviously, you were in a band before this, the Refreshments, but it was more of a rock-based band in the mid-'90s. Do you want to tell us a little bit about just how you started there and then how you made the transition from more kind of rock and roll to a much more upbeat kind of country music with rock, but it's like a southwestern flair? I love it.
Thanks. Nobody knows what to call it. I'll take suggestions. For me, it didn't feel like a change at all. It's just sort of a natural progression. I guess I'm too close to the canvas to see what other people might call a course change. But yes, I started the Refreshments in 1994, and we ended up getting picked up on Mercury Records in 95 and spent a little time doing 2 albums with them until about 97 when the band left the label. And it was a scary time, and as bands are often known to do, we broke up. But being a musician and also having a very, very strong partner in PH, and I think the world's finest drummer, he and I opted to go write some songs and continued with our chorus, and we then went 100% independent. We're a true independent rock and roll band. It's basically your neighborhood mom and pa operation over here. So we wanted to lead our art with heart, and so we started writing and assembled a really good team of musicians and other people around us and hit the road, and it's been quite a trip. It's really great. You know, being indie is fraught with danger, but also with the best kind of rewards, which is, you know, what we're in for. Not so much financial, but knowing that we're part of a community, that people rally around the band, and that we've become, you know, in some aspects, a soundtrack for good times and bad for our fellow human beings.
What I like about it is that, you know, your music is one of those things where the crowd gets so into it. I mean, as soon as you fired up, I mean, you know, the thing, what I loved about your show is that the crowd, at least in Tucson, knows you so well that you're just singing along, or even they would start the song. They're singing every line with you. You'd be singing, you just stop, and the crowd just fills right in. And that interplay between the crowd and the intimate knowledge of your lyrics and stuff, I mean, I was really blown away. I'm like, these people are crazy for him.
I'm really, really grateful for it, and I try not to let my ego get too huge about that. You know, really, I feel I'm in the service industry, and I'm there as a small part of the community. They're really the crowd. All we do is sort of amplify what the people already are feeling and doing. We just become sort of a channel. Yeah. And our job is to amplify happiness, you know, whether it's coming together in sorrow or celebration, it's coming together, and people feel good coming together, and I'm glad to be there. I'm grateful to be there.
Oh, yeah. Get the wrapper off of this thing. It's so much better when you bootleg it, when you bring it in here. Sometimes it has a little extra, who knows what. Yeah. While I'm opening this bottle, we're on our way to Mexico as we speak. It's our dream to create a world where all mankind can celebrate celestial bodies and skinny dipping, sunshine and sand between their toes. This is one of those inalienable rights. So while the sun still shines on us, let us all go together and move back and forth across any borders that separate us as human beings. Down there. Keep it in your heart. Who's been to our shows down there? We're going to get a bunch. Who has not been? Well, you think you're going to live forever? What? All right, let's go. Hey, grab those people by the and bring them down. Peacefully, of course. These good people will watch over you. Have no fear. We're going to Mexico. Nos vemos. Bad hat, good smile, great company. Come on, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. We're amongst friends and we enjoy the trip, so we're going to do that intro again. Let's go to Mexico! See, now you've been and returned. Nos vemos. You're professionals now. You got it down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! I just can't help myself. But I got my Louis, got my bobbers, now I'm gonna go. Found a hooker, so I had to lie in the letter to the boys back home. With the good guys and the bad guys, so they never work past noon around here. Sit side by side in the cantinas, the tote the senoritas and drink water. Here comes the same old verse about Mexico. Yeah, we just can't help ourselves. We lost our old ladies now. We got a Louis, got our bobbers, now we're gonna go. We got off in the wrong direction. So I had to lie in the letters to the boys back home. The good guys, and well, they now work past noon around here. They sit side by side in the cantinas. They talk to senoritas, they drink warm beer. Sit side by side in the cantinas. It's old the senoritas that drink warm beer. Where the we're already there. Gracias, friends.
Hola, everybody. This is Roger Clyne with the Peacemakers. You're listening to our show at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona on Southwest Stages.
Got me a string of lame necks and a few divorces. Keep my eyes peeled wide to see the next future ex misses me. If I'm a poor, poor devil, I'm a lucky, lucky dog. If I'm a low, low life, I'm living high on the hog. Got me a jackrabbit grilling on a turtle flame log. Check out my eyes just chilling down my homebrew grog. I was born in a theater, raised in a strip mall. Cut my teeth on a mason jar. I was kicking beer cans before I could crawl. I was stood around the sun, I was shooting straight, and I was walking tough. So when I finally burned down, the lights go dark. The fire snuff out, from my torch to a spark. The fire got me trying to admit that my fight ain't as bad as my bar. No, no, well, mama, bury my heart out of the trailer park. set this rambler's heart to heal. I'll turn the spice channel on in the fifth wheel. Crack a press screw top bottle of wine, and I'll be feeling no pain in no time. 'Cause I was bound to be like a racing a strip. I'll cut my teeth on a mixing dry. I was kicking big cans before I could crawl. Knife was put around the sun, I was shooting straight and I was walking tough. I learned to hate from a strip, mind full from a strip by honesty and charity. I stole up with a tip jar, the loss of the dust, the grease, the grit, blood is running in my blood. So when I finally burn down, the lights go dark, I finally snap out from a torch to a spark. I find I'm resigned to admit my fight ain't as bad as my burn no more. Well, mama found my heart in a trailer park. Something to say long. I was born in the beat, like raised in a strip. I cut my teeth on a mason jar. I was kicking big cans before I could crawl. Life has been around the sun. I was shooting straight and I was wanting tall. I learned to hate from a strip, mind love from a strip bar. Honesty and charity, I stole up from a tip jar. The lost dust, grease and grit, blood is running in my blood. So when I finally burn down, the lights go dark, I finally snuff out from a torch to a spark. I find I'm resigned to admit that my bite ain't as bad as my bark no more. Mama buried my heart at the trailer park. Bury my
The music of Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, captured live at the historic Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona, back in February of 2007. You're listening to An Evening with Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, Volume 1, right here on this edition of Southwest Stages. Still to come on the second half of the program, we'll feature much more music with Arizona's favorite sons, and listen in as I continue my phone conversation with Roger Clyne, coming up right after this short break.
Stands up on the tiptoes. The clouds stumble over themselves in the sky, and all the pretty horses come running to her. And even the dust devils pray that they'll catch your eye.
Next time on Southwest Stages, we'll travel to the 2007 Thirsty Ear Festival in Santa Fe, New Mexico, to bring you an evening of music and interviews with blues legend Joe Louis Walker. So tune in for an evening with Joe Louis Walker on the next edition of Southwest Stages.
Come here, baby, don't you be no fool. I'm gonna pick you up after school and love you. Love you.
Hola, everybody. It's Roger Clyne. You're listening to our show from the Rialto Theater in Tucson on Southwest Stages. Keep tuned in for more high spirits, positive vibrations, and good medicine. Cheers.
Now you talk about celebration and sorrow. I mean, that kind of is a theme for your albums, right? I mean, I know you've had, what is it, 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 albums as the Peacemakers.
Yeah, I'd have to count.
Yeah, I've
like
got my
that.
list here. It says in 1999 you did Honky Tonk Union.
And then there was a live Reel to Reel.
Reel to Reel.
And then there was
Sonora and Hope and Madness, which was more of what we were just talking about, the more in-depth, really deep, talking about meaningful issues here in the Southwest. And then kind of a departure when you do Americano, which turned much more fun, party, fun in the sun, let's go down to Mexico and have some tequila. So, I mean, really, showcasing, the disparities, but the fun side of the Southwest also.
excellent. Yeah, I've always liked to try to find how to walk that line and join incongruities. I don't want to have to just represent, tequila drinking and walking barefoot. I also want to be able to comment on environmental issues or political situations as well. But I try not to be too event-specific. What I mean by, I don't want to be too timely and use names and specific places, because a lot of these themes recur, whether they be good or bad or how you interpret them. But the best thing to do is find the consistency in the recurrence so that I can illuminate it, at least to the best of my ability. And once it's observed by the listener or that knowledge is passed on or intuited, then we all become more aware, and I think we all become more in control and responsible for our own happiness, and that's what I want us to be able to do together. That sounds a lot for rock and roll, but that's what I'm in it for.
Well, it's going back to what I consider really kind of those roots of rock and roll. I mean, in the 50s it was more, just straight ahead fun, hound dog rock or whatever, but then in the 60s it really became a tool for change. Yeah. And I think that because of the political situations that we find ourselves in now, it's really come full circle and started to become that again.
Yeah, celebrate life through rock and roll. That's what we're doing. And it's not just celebrate the fun parts of life in rock and roll. It's the whole package.
Yeah.
I think that we're coming to an age where individual responsibility is tantamount to the decisions that are being made on our behalf, ostensibly by our leaders. We need to take responsibility and understand that we're the ones in charge here, and that out of our entire life, we don't have to be perfect, and we don't have to take on the burdens of the world as a single person, but as 1/6 billionth of the world's citizens' population. If we make small changes together, they add up to real things. And if we know what our mistakes are, we know the directions that we could be going in, or the potentials that we're not fulfilling, as long as we're aware of those things, we can be directed, make a positive impact on the world and all its living creatures.
Now, here in 2007, you did release your latest album, No More Beautiful World. Now, when did that come out?
It came out late March 2007, so it's been out about 7 months or 8 months.
So when we recorded this show at the Rialto in February, this hadn't been released, and you were doing material off of this new album. Are we the first one to have recorded it live out there?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Sweet. So when people hear some of the new stuff off the show tonight, these were the first recordings of these before anything was released.
Absolutely, and they're probably, the songs are in a very, very pure, raw form. I'm sure that they've become more refined in some way because we're so much more familiar with the acrobatics, the sonic acrobatics of the things. But did we open the show with Hello New Day?
Yeah.
Bingo.
Exactly.
That was the first time that was ever played live.
Wow. See, we love that. We end up getting a lot of stuff like that where the artists, love to try out their material on the road before they put it down on, on the CDs in the studio, and that we live for that. Those first raw takes, okay, people, we're going to try something.
Yeah.
Good people, for the very first time, we're going to play this song. This is the lead-off song on our next album that's coming out in about a month, actually a little less. Thank you for your support and your patience, and we do hope this is a nourishing thing for you. This song called Hello New Day. Hello love, hello fear, hello loneliness, join us all here. Hello funeral and ice cold beer, hello new day. Hello, baby teeth. Hello, gray hair. We try to grow grass, now there's weeds everywhere. Hello, whale. Hello, bomb. Hello, just and unfair. Hello, new day. Well, I feel lucky. I feel cool. What can I say? Every time I give away a dollar or two, I find 3 more on the way. Now for better or worse, the whole universe is singing along with every song I play. Hello, new day. Hello, raindrop. Hello, sea. Hello, jungle. Leaf on a tree. I thought I was a bigger man. Now look at me. Hello, new day. Hello, revolution. Hello, Che. Hello, execution. Hello, CIA. Hello, solution. It's our turn to play. Hello, new day. Well, I feel lucky. I feel cool. What can I say? Every time I give away a dollar or two, I find 3 more on the way. And now for better or worse, the whole universe is singing along with every song I play. Hello, new day. Hello, new day. Hello, friends. Hello, foes. Wounded knees. Super Bowls. Hello, highs. Hello, lows. Costers and Geronimos. Hello, blessing. Hello, curse. Hello, cradle. Hello, hearse. Could there be any stranger universe? Hello, new day. 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 Thank you very, very much. Hello, new day. We'll figure out the endings as we play on more, but thanks. That was the first for us, and we couldn't have gone any better. Salud. Gracias, good people. Hello, Tucson. Hello, Arizona. Hello, brothers and sisters. Thank you. We had the honor of signing Sage's guitar, a young lady who sent us a red guitar on the bus that we signed. This one goes out to you, Sage, wherever you are. Are you close? Can I borrow your hat? I left mine on the bus. I promise it'll come back all messed up and sweaty. I'll treat it no different than I would my own. Come on. We should write our names here in the mud. No one's around to see them. We could hang our shoes here in a tree. No one's around to steal them. I could give you a star, you could give me one too, and that way we'd be even. And I could sing a song way out of tune, and not give a shit about it long. should both wear cowboy hats and pretend that we could speak Italian. I could eat some cum, make my breath so minty fresh to kiss you. Your breath will smell like wine, I like that a lot, especially when I kiss you. I can keep my funny bone real hard. You could call me sweetheart. Whoever said there's nothing new under the sun never thought much about individuals. He's dead anyway. Let's go down together, and let's go down together, and let's go down together, and let's go down together, down! Yeah, let's get down! We should all wear ripped up clothes to pretend that we were. I could drive a long, long way and not even having the gas to make it back. We can chase our shadows around the lawn until we're all exhausted and whoever said there's nothing new under the sun never thought a whole hell of a lot about me. Yeah, well, what's good for you is good for me. What's bad for you is bad for me. And what's good for you is good for me. What's bad for you is bad, bad, bad. Well, cars break down and people break down and other things break down too. Yeah. Let's go down together, let's go down together, down. Yeah, let's go! Woo! All right. We should find a speck of dust and scribble down our life story. That's your song. Thank you. Well done.
Hola, everybody. This is Roger Clyne with The Peacemakers. You're listening to our show at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona on Southwest Stages.
Thank you, sweetheart. Get it right back to its proper owner. Cool. Well, I bet you down while you were on vacation, covered all your ships for your operation. But when you come back, you still wouldn't show me your brand new silicone boobs. So I took a walk around my neighborhood to get you off my mind like I knew that I ought to. But when I saw a big black van run down a bird, I had to think about you. No, I'm not a quarterback, not a fireman, still I can have any girl in Japan. 'Cause I'm a healthy 159-pound American boy. broken record, and I tell a story like a broken record, and we tell a story like a broken record, but still I ain't jealous of the fellas like you like anyway. Nah. So you took another guy on that Caribbean cruise while I stayed home and cried into my bottle of pills. But when you got back, you didn't even have yourselves a tent to stay in your room. So I fed your dog while you were out of town. I mowed your lawn when you wasn't around. But when you got back, you had the nerve to ask if I had gone through some of your clothes. No, I'm not a quarterback, not a fireman, still I can have any girl in Japan, 'cause I'm a healthy 159-pound American boy. Yeah, you tell a story like a broken record, and I tell a story like a broken record, and you tell a story like a broken record, but still I ain't jealous of the fellas like you like anyway. No, I'm not a quarterback, not a fireman, still I can have any girl in Japan, 'cause I'm a healthy 159-pound American boy. Yeah, 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 you tell a story like a broken record, and you tell a story like a broken record, and I tell a story like a broken record, but still I ain't jealous of the fellas like you like. You tell a story like a broken record, honey. I tell a story like a broken record, sugar. I love stories like a broken record, darling. Still I ain't jealous of the fellas like you like anyway. No, 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 ma, 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 ba, ba, ba. I ain't jealous of the, I ain't jealous of the fellas like you like anyway. Thank you.
The music of Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, captured live at the historic Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona, back in February of 2007. Booking information, upcoming shows, and more on the Rialto Theater is available at rialtotheater.com. You're listening to An Evening with Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, Volume 1, right here on this edition of Southwest Stages. Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers CDs, tour dates, biography, and other information is available at azpeacemakers.com.
As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the rivers flow, as long as the sun shall shine, and the grass will grow. Let me listen, I will learn to speak the old language. Yes, I yearn to bathe in blue skies and fall apart from the world of machines, regain my feet and my pounding heart. No, do not be a fool, we don't need these things. Don't be slaves to the hardtack, sugar or the coffee or the bacon fat. Don't give your hearts away, not for that, not today. Won't trade my pony for the iron rail. No freeway stack for the cave trail. Spring strong, sweet, tall green grass grow. Buffalo. I will take my brush from the war paint, my foot from the war path. When you understand it is sadness that drives the wrath. Trust no more with forking tongues. The great chiefs in Washington won't tread my pony for the iron rail. No freeway stack for the cave trail. Spring strong, sweet, tall green grass grow. Buffalo. Sticks and stones and runaway roads. This thing from your heart. Crawl into my bones. Hey, I see blue skies bleeding, colors screaming, some invisible thing is the enemy now. If I knew its name, I'd call it out loud. Come out, come clean, yeah. Won't trade my pony for the iron rail. They're back, fresh track down the cane trail. Spring strong, sweet, oh green grass, free wide run while the river flow. Clear sky, moonrise, long ride home. Buffalo. 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 Fresh out of Leavenworth, spent my time on stale bread and dirty water. Now they told me that the lady was a preacher's daughter, yeah, how her arms would hold me. When we kissed, she never told me I'd be the lamb for slaughter, yeah, she's my preacher's daughter.
You've been listening to An Evening with Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers, Volume 1. Captured live in February of 2007 at the historic Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona.
So said my congratulations. So lost myself in my infatuation. Got stole a kiss or two. Just having fun again. Sure it don't like it. Now I'm back on the run again. How her arms will hold me. When we kissed, she never told me I'd be the lamb for her slaughter. Yeah, she's my preacher's daughter.
I'd also like to thank some of the people who made this show possible. Thanks to Chris Hardin, the staff and crew of the Rialto Theater, General Manager Curtis McCrary, Operations Manager Jim Pekin, Production Engineer Bruce Momich, and Monitor Engineer Jeff Eastland. The audio engineer and remix for this show provided by Chip Borton.
Third verse, same as the so said my congratulations. Lost myself in my infatuation. Got stole a kiss or two. Just having fun again. Sure it don't like it. Now I'm back on the run again. How her arms will hold me. When we kissed, she never told me I'd be the lamb for her slaughter. Like the desert needs some water. Give me back my preacher's daughter. My preacher's daughter. My preacher's daughter.
I'd like to take this time to thank our volunteer staff and crew. Thanks to Engineer and Technical Director Chip Borton, Engineer and Operations Manager Nola Daves Moses. Special thanks to Daphne Strader, Gail Harvey, and the rest of our volunteers for all of their help and support. Information on upcoming Southwest Stages programs, member stations, broadcast times, services, and contact information is available at southweststages.org or myspace.com/southweststages. I'm producer and host John Strader. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week for more great live music from around the Southwest right here on Southwest Stages.
Southwest Stages is a nonprofit media organization which strives to advance and promote the art of live music, to celebrate cultures, and unite communities throughout the Southwest through the recording, archiving, and broadcasting of community musical events. A list of artists recorded by Southwest Stages, our broadcast schedule, and partner stations can be found on our website, southweststages.org.
Next time on Southwest Stages, we'll travel to the 2007 Thirsty Ear Festival in Santa Fe, New Mexico to bring you an evening of music and interviews with blues legend Joe Louis Walker. So tune in for an evening with Joe Louis Walker on the next edition of Southwest Stages.